Nursing is not just about money, not about the degree, not about the white uniform, not even about the politics and drama related to salary. Hey, delicious peeps, how are you guys doing? It's nice to see your lovely faces in the channel. This is your buddy JC, and welcome to the Lucius Coffee Break. As I mentioned in our last coffee break, in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys how and why I started practicing my nursing profession. So just to give you a short background of my career before I started working as a nurse, so after graduation, I applied as a nurse marketing representative in RA Gapus Review Center where I also had my nursing licensure examination review. Why? Because I considered the possibility of becoming a full-time lecturer, which I was given that opportunity later on in that company by starting as a HAD and probably also as prometrics lecturer after obtaining qualification. But because of personal reasons, I did not give that a shot. I didn't take the opportunity, and I did resign from my post that time as the officer in charge, the OIC of the branch where I was working in. For roughly 2 months after that, I was kind of like a bum, but not completely like a bum because I have also supported my father with his work, who is a self-employed. So here is where everything started. One day, I was out with my family, and we have one of my nieces with us whose mom is working abroad, so we're looking after her. And a serious incident happened. I was in our trike with my niece, our tricycle with my niece, and we are parked by the municipal hall. And I was entertaining her through a mobile game while waiting for my sister and my mom, who are doing groceries, when suddenly my niece wriggled violently with eyes sharply looking straight upward unilaterally. Tumirik yung mata technically. So my niece had a febrile convulsion, which I didn't know and I didn't recognize that time. And so I panicked. Thankfully, we were just 2 minutes away from the nearest general hospital when that happened, and quickly I carried her with my both arms, left the trike, the keys were left in the trike, and ran through the vendors and vehicles to bring her straight to the emergency room. And while I was running, I was whispering, "Oh my God, please don't let this happen." I was really terrified at the time. So when I reached the ER, a staff there told me to lay my knees on one of the beds. She borrowed, I don't know, he or she, I can remember, she borrowed my face towel, dump in it, and instructed me to pat it on my niece's forehead and extremities, so to help the body cool down because she's quite warm. Actually, she's hot. Then they gave her an intramuscular injection, which I later on learned was paracetamol. In a few minutes time, my niece's wriggling has gone down, so she settled and I felt relieved. So to make the long story short and put a dot on that story, that is the time when I realized, what am I doing? What am I doing as a registered nurse if that fever, simple fever, ended up to a convulsion, which would have caused a more serious brain injury or any neurological problem to one of the members of my family? What am I doing with my life? And on that very moment, after my niece started to recover in the ER or emergency room, I told myself, this should not happen again. It's a personal insult to me. It's a personal insult to myself, not only to me but also to my family. If anything like this happen in the future, and I will just be like a less dependable or completely unreliable nurse again if that happens. If I will not be able to do anything again to serve my purpose as a nurse in the community, or even just within my family, within my household, I will not be able to forgive myself. Shame on me. So soon after that incident, I asked my friends who were working in different hospitals about the things that I want to know, that I'd like to know, not just about the vacancies, but also about work conditions, schedules, and etc. So moving forward, after a couple of weeks, I submitted my very first application as a nurse in a private hospital in my province in Bulacan. I was supposed to apply as a volunteer nurse on the wards with allowance of I think 100 to or 200 pesos per week, or roughly $4 or £3 per week. But I learned about a vacancy on the dialysis department, and quickly I applied as a dialysis nurse trainee. So I started as a trainee because it is a special area, special department, special practice. Therefore, other additional nursing skills are required to be developed and to be honed. During that time, as hemodialysis nurse trainee, we have an allowance of 5,000 pesos per month. I think that is for the first 3 or 5 months, I think. And then later on, once you finish the training and you'll be a staff nurse, so that will be doubled the actual salary. You will be employed completely, you will be fully employed by then. You'll receive a complete salary. Well, in that institution, I, together with other friends of mine, other colleagues, we were trained how to become a fully competent dialysis nurses, up to a certain degree that we can run our own small hemodialysis unit or center. And we learned about the water treatment process, dialysis machine maintenance, not just operation, patient scheduling, drug stocks management, everything. That is why I'm really thankful to those people in that team, from the dialysis technicians to the to my co-nurses, up to the patients, and up to the management and owner. I owe you, you know who you are, you guys. I owe you the skills, the opportunity you've given me to become a registered nurse in practice. So I'm really thankful because I treat the team like not triple A, but 5A team, 5-star team. It's like a super team, really. I mean, all the skill set mix so in that team. So that's very great, actually. So peeps, that is when, where, and how I started my nursing career. And I know we all have different reasons why we are leaving or why we leave. Listen to this. We have different reasons why we leave. Not just working, but why we live as a nurse. Okay? Nursing is a way of life. It's a way of living. It is not just a work. If you are a nurse, you are a superhero, as they said. And in my own situation in my life, this profession actually gave me the ability to do the best thing I have ever done for my family. Hey, it's not about the money. It was the time when they needed a nurse the most within the family. And I am grateful I have given myself to them, to give my time, to be there for them, to be there for my mom. Nursing is not just about money, not about the degree, not about the white uniform, not even about the politics and drama related to salary. It's about the change you can create to someone's life, to your community, to your friends, and most importantly, most especially to your family. Well, we'll wrap up this delicious coffee break here, and I hope you found this content interesting. And if you do, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up, even if maybe you can personally relate to this. But I'm hoping this gave you a better understanding of what is the situation in life of one of many nurses in the world just like me. Well, consider subscribing and activate the bell buttons so you can always join us in our delicious coffee break with an instant notification. And remember, always share a smile
and spread the love
because life is delicious. See you on the next one. Bye.